What's going on? What's going on? It's been a while. It's your boy Ack Reacher. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and my crew, the full Berserker clan. We in this thing. Man, sorry, I don't know what's been going on with this whole hangout thing. I promise you, it's not that I didn't want to go live. There was one night where I had to handle something where I couldn't go live. Well, I said I was gonna go live, but the other two times or a couple times I was trying to go live, I'm telling you, bro, would not let me jump on live. I got to do it a certain way, keep turning my computer off, turning it back on. Like, as soon as I try to hit the live button, it sends me to joining a call. You know what I mean? It doesn't put me into like the other settings where you could broadcast live and stuff. So I got to get lucky. Hopefully, I cleared everything right. And then when I restarted and opened it again, if it could go live, you know what I mean? So this time I seen that it was live. I was like, yeah, man, let me not even try to risk it and wait to try to go live. Let me go live now, you know what I mean, while it's working right now. So, if you're wondering why, the same way how the Mobcast wasn't able to work, how it was a glitch in the Matrix over there, it's just funny how it's always happens to certain channels. But, it is what it is. I'm just grateful to be on. Let me give me like a second, y'all. Let me grab my. What's going on, Fulu?
Nothing much. I'm gonna be in and out though. I'm gonna be like in and out on the call
All right.
since I got yeah.
Yeah, do what you gotta do, fam.
You said what?
I said, yeah, I said, do what you gotta do, fam. I said, but
Yes.
do me a favor before you go. How you
What's
feel about Keith Thurman?
um he's just like blowing hot air because he has a like a Pacquiao. He's still a name, even if he's past his prime. Pacquiao is still a name, and so now that he has his name,
Mhm.
it's the reason why he's doing what he's doing. He basically won the Pacquiao sweepstakes that many fighters were trying to get. He won that sweepstakes, so now he's in the front stage. And so that's why he's blowing this hot air that he's blowing right now. That's
Yeah,
how I
man.
feel about it.
Nah, I
You know,
agree with you. You've been talking real crazy.
yeah, because he's in the Pacquiao sweepstakes winner. He's officially the winner of the Pacquiao sweepstakes.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It was crazy because I like the fact that Keith Thurman was got an echo on the back. I like the fact that Keith Thurman was boisterous and talking and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't know how well he's gonna counteract on the stuff that he was saying.
Yeah, I don't know either. Um, I think he's just blowing hot air though, mostly. You know, I don't think he's like. I don't think he's gonna do anything. You know, he's just gonna blow hot air basically. I mean, even with the Josecito Lopez fight,
Mhm.
like Josecito Lopez is not no, there's no way he's more of a skilled fighter than Manny Pacquiao. So with that being said, you know, I think it's going to be different than what he said. Basically, that's what I think. It's not going to be a walk in the park, even if Pacquiao is past his prime and isn't the same fighter. Pacquiao can still box. He's still a decent boxer, basically. So yeah.
Yeah. The thing about it is, I gotta give Pacquiao credit. He's not one of them dudes that like ballooned up and got really fat and stuff like that. Like the dude still kind of be ripped.
And I mean, who's not to say that Pacquiao? Who's not to say that Pacquiao may not say? Who's to say that Pacquiao won't say, "Oh shoot, I'm kind of fighting a young dog. Let me double up on my Scooby snacks." You know, you never know. And he may go in there and box circles around him because he has extra help. You never know. You never know.
This nigga's retarded.
You never know.
Oh man. Shout out to Mark Wonderlich. He said, "What's up, champ?" Div03. He said, "Peace." Shout out to my bro Drew Titan. Was shaking. It's my guy right there, bro. Yeah, man. You got me crying over here with that, man.
You never know though. He may be like, "Oh crap, I gotta really load up now." And he may be like in those gamma rays. He may say, "Beam me up." He may get under those gamma rays and then, you know, he may say, "Man, beam me up."
Pacquiao straight. He ain't knocking out nothing. I think the last fight he even attempted to take something, I think was the what's the name? The Matisse fight.
Ricky Hatton, when he fought Ricky Hatton, he definitely was on something. He definitely, without a doubt, was on something in that fight against Ricky Hatton.
Oh, all right. Drew, what's your email, champ? I'll let you jump on. What's your email?
He definitely has some basically.
We're shaking, Jay Good.
In that Pacquiao fight, he has something. Or in that Hatton fight, he has something. For sure. He was on something.
Look, man, if I ain't gonna lie, I think that if he do take something,
he is gonna take something.
I feel bad for Keith Thurman because I just feel like Keith Thurman's gonna get comfortable. But I know for a fact Keith Thurman's gonna get tired. He may not get tired as quick because he's gonna have the strength and conditioning coaches. But I still feel like, you know what I mean, he's gonna slow down and Pacquiao's gonna be able to catch him. And if Pacquiao's juicing, I don't know if Keith Thurman want to act like he Evil Knievel and hop in that fire ring.
Well, the crazy thing about Keith Thurman, I've been watching replays of Josesico Lopez, and man, Keith Thurman's face when he got rocked, like it looked like he was shape shifting basically when he got rocked by Lopez. So if he gets hit with that against Pacquiao, then I don't know. It may not be good for him. It may not be good for him. That's just what I have to say about it. And Freddie Roach with his defend with the head first, but that's just going to be the issue. You know, I think Pacquiao was better off without Freddie Roach because I think he fought without him in the Lucas Matisse fight, but you know, I don't know why he brought him back. I don't get it. Freddie Roach is not a Hall of Fame trainer. In fact, that is his fighter. That is his fighter. Like the only fight that Miguel Cotto won under Freddie Roach was, I want to say that against that Japanese dude he fought.
Oh, okay.
That's all I remember. But other than that, all the rest of the fights he lost. Pedro Diaz was a better trainer than Freddie Roach.
Yo, Drew, I sent you that link, man.
Pedro Diaz actually had Miguel Cotto winning some rounds against Floyd Mayweather. Whereas Freddie Roach, he didn't have him win any rounds. I'm in the hood right now, strolling. That's why you hear all the dogs barking.
Yeah, I hear you on your G stroll right now.
Yeah,
it's all good.
I'm comfortable in the hood, unlike a lot of these people. You know, I'm very comfortable, dog, from Brooklyn to Rome.
I hear that.
That song, he said, I'm comfortable, dog, from Brooklyn to Rome. On any Martin Luther, don't make me shoot you. Jay is cold, man, and people hate on Jay. You know, all these people hate on Jay for whatever reason, and there's no reason to hate on Jay. He wrote his own music. He started his own label. So I don't get it. But let me hop back in real quick. Let me go take care of something real quick.
Go ahead, champ.
All right.
Hey. Yo, Drew, if you there, bro, I sent it to you, but I'll try to send it to you again. But I'll send it through an email. So check your email if you still. So yeah, man, my fault, man. I'm trying to get Drew in, the homie, y'all. But anyway, yeah, man. What's good, Thief in the Night? Oh shoot, that's what I forgot. Did it right? So now, Drew, check your email, cause yeah, I sent it to you, bro. All right, but anyway, back to Keith Thurman and Pacquiao. My fault about that, y'all. I think that if
Yo, what up? What
Pacquiao,
up? What up?
oh, what's Gucci champ?
How you? You can see me? You hear me?
Yeah, nah, you good, you good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I ain't know which way to send it to you because some people could get it easier through the email than me sending it through here. So
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. My bad. I'm on my way to the gym right now. I just got off work, but I'm on my way to the gym right now. I
okay.
want to get on real quick. Nah,
Oh
man,
yeah,
I gotta get my hour lifting in before I
yeah,
go to bed at night.
definitely. So let
No
me ask
doubt.
your opinion since you on Big Drew.
Yeah.
Um, what you think about the press conferences with Keith Thurman and Pacquiao? Was you first of all was you entertained?
Keith Thurman kind of wore out his welcome with me. You understand? I mean, I was feeling Keith, KO for life and shit. Um, he has a lot of flaws in his game, but I always admired how he was game to get it on. I remember when he was saying he didn't want to let the L go, he was afraid to let the O go.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That was cool in the gang, but how long he was off? 22 months,
yeah. Like damn
and
near two,
and
yeah, 2 years.
he got married and shit. I ain't hating on the brother, but don't don't
Hmm.
don't beat us in the head like you finna do some serious work and you ain't really doing shit. Now, I mean, Keith kind of let me down. Manny's in there smiling and shit like he happy to be there. But I've criticized Manny for a lot of years, but let's not get it fucked up. He's a killer. He's a
Hmm.
killer, and I don't know. It's just weird, isn't it? Weird how 2 years ago we picked Keith if he ever fought Manny, like he was like snatch his meal and break the plate over his head. Now it's like it's a 50-50 fight.
It really is. It really
It,
is. I agree with you.
it's
I
it's
agree with
crazy now, man. It's crazy. I don't want to say the mighty have fallen because like who we talk about, who's the mighty? Is it Manny or is it Keith? I don't know,
and
man.
I
I don't know,
who do you matter of fact, who do you favor? You
man.
personally, even though it's a 50-50 fight, you still got somebody that you could still be picking in the fight. Who do you favor as of right
You,
now? Because it
you
can
know
always
what? You know what? Um, damn, this is like so weird for me to say. I'm gonna favor Manny late. I'm gonna favor Manny late. If it goes to the cards, he's gonna beat Keith, man. I just got
oh,
this
so you
weird ass
think
feeling.
see, I think honestly, I hate this. I hate to say it.
Mm.
I want Pacquiao to win. But
Yeah,
I favor Keith. I favor Keith in the fight because I think Keith, even though he was saying some stupid ass shit, word to mother,
yeah.
he was saying some stupid ass shit like I was training at LA Fitness by myself alone. This
Nigga,
this
what?
tra- this training camp. He said that. I
yo,
swear to God, go watch the press
yo,
conference. He said
yo.
this time I'm gonna get two strength and conditioning coaches.
You know what? I think he's gonna come in prepared because he's gonna try and make a statement. Um, if he attacks Manny's body, I say it'll be a quick night because Manny don't like it in the ribs at all. But if Keith is not on top of his game, hold on. Yeah, this
Uh,
nigga gotta hurry up because something look like it's happening in this building. Police pulled up. I ain't trying to
shout
sit
out,
here.
shout out to Thief in the Night. He said was good family. Shout out to Sierra F. She said salute. Been so distant lately. Nah, it's all good. You know, I've been having technical difficulties on this side anyway. YouTube been playing games, but it's all good. We got it
Oh,
up and running, so that's why we on right now. Appreciate
yeah,
Fula and Big Drew coming in the building. You know what I mean? But
no
yeah,
doubt, no
back to
doubt.
this Keith Thurman and Pacquiao situation. This
Yeah,
is a
I
50-50
think
fight.
it's a 50-50 fight. If Keith is gonna make a statement, he's gonna stop him within maybe 6 or 7.
Now,
I
can I
mean,
ask you something, Drew? Isn't that
yeah,
sad that we're fucking saying this right now? As much
it's a
shit
bit.
as Keith Thurman saying, it should not be a 50-50 fight. 5 years ago, Keith Thurman against Pacquiao,
Washes him.
yes, he would have blew him out of the water.
Washes him. And
But
I
see what
cannot
happens when
believe.
you get cocky and arrogant and you forget your way?
You remember when he
The boxing gods don't like ugly neither, man.
hell no, man. You remember when Errol called him in the ring, he had like he didn't want to even be in the ring with him, man. He got out that goddamn ring so fast.
Oh, you talk about Pacquiao.
Yeah, man, that was
Well,
retarded, man.
I look at it like this though, man. Pacquiao, he picked him.
Yeah.
Pacquiao picked him.
Yo, come on, man. That his last fight, Keith looked very, very vulnerable, man.
He did, bro.
That was crazy.
I knew that you could hurt Keith to the body,
yes,
but I didn't know that you could hurt him with a headshot. See, Josesito Lopez exposed that the 7th round for that fight.
And let me tell you, man, Manny could crack, man.
You're right, though. You're right. Yeah. That's a good point.
Manny could crack. You know, he might hit Keith with some shit that he ain't used to. And, you know, if Keith found himself in those championship rounds, I don't know, man.
I ain't gonna front. I don't know, because Keith, the way he was talking was he was going to sit there and motherfucking exchange. So I don't want to see nothing.
Nah.
I want to see you let you. I know he ain't gonna sit there and exchange, but I know there's gonna be moments in the fight, Drew, that he gonna have to do that. You know why? Because he's gonna get tired.
Yeah, he's gonna be tired.
He's gonna get tired. You know, Keith gas tank ain't amazing.
It's not, man. It's not. That's
he's gonna have to be forced to get Evil Knievel and hop in that fire ring. You know what I'm saying?
And that's a recipe for disaster, man. Keith ain't that dude like that, man. He's not that dude like that. Not anymore. Now we talking now, but for all we know, he can go in there and blast Manny in 4 rounds. You know what I mean? For all we know, but I'm calling it right now. If it gets to 10, Keith gonna lose. If it gets to 10, Keith gonna lose, and it's gonna shake up every fucking thing.
Yeah. You talking to a man that'll be happy.
Yeah, listen, I ain't mad at that, man. Keith burned his bridges, man. Keith burned his bridges, man. I'm disappointed in the brother because he's what I thought the division needed, and he just let us down. The motherfucker, I ain't mad you getting married and shit, but now you playing flutes and having Cobras jump out the basket and shit. It's just crazy.
Injuries and shit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Because I remember when I first heard about the injury, the minute Earl had that video where Earl punching his mans in the stomach and shit.
Yeah.
You have a video in Naples when you meet this girl. We don't even know her. You met in 10 days. And then you get injured. That's some shit my mom would have said.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But yo, let me switch gears for a quick second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me switch gears. I don't know if you was listening to BFTB. Was it like 2 days ago? And some clown ass dude called a show. I think it was some white dude. He had a fitted on his head. Motherfucker, he asked BFTB. He asked him, why does Wilder deserve 50-50? Because the numbers aren't showing that. So then BFTB goes to answer his question, right? And the motherfucker says, oh, nah, the Barclays wasn't, he basically said the Barclays wasn't popping. So he says, what do you mean? He said it was kind of empty. So he's like, yo, what are you talking about? Was you there? And nigga said he was there. So he asked him, where was you sitting? He said, row 4, seat 9 or some shit. You got to go back and listen to it. So I'm listening to it and I start texting like, yo, that means he was on the floor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, yo, hold on. She's like, yo, what the fuck? What are you talking about? It wasn't popping. It wasn't sold out, but it wasn't empty at all. It was far from empty. So then mysteriously
I got a video up showing the crowd.
Right. I saw it. Yo. So then dude says he disappears off the call, right? So then he comes back. He said I had to go grab my ticket. Then he says he was in row 250 and some. He said, nigga, you just said you was on row 4, seat 9 or some dumb shit like that. Nigga said he never said that. So then he banged the phone on him. Yo, my point is, these motherfucking Wilder haters / AJ protectors are going to great lengths to discredit everything Wilder does. It's a sad state of affairs when niggas are so upset about him talking about he wanted to catch a body in the ring, rather than a nigga like Miller who got caught on 3 different PEDs who could have killed AJ in the ring. So that goes to show you the level of fear that these motherfuckers got a Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I can't believe that bitch ass nigga called up and tried to discredit the overall event. That was some petty ass bullshit. I was sick to my stomach, and I don't know who that nigga is, but I'll be goddamn. He should never call back again, man. I need to know who that was. That shit had me fucking upset, man. That shit had me so fucking upset. You know what I mean? That shit got me fucking tight, man. How a nigga gonna call up and try and discredit the whole fucking event?
I mean,
that's some repugnant shit, man.
I mean, and it's crazy, you know what I mean? Because I remember that, you know who I seen when I first got in there, Big Drew?
Oh.
You wouldn't even believe. You know that laugh at first sight dude, Leon Muhammad? You ever watch it? Yo, I swear on everything, Big Drew, he was in the front.
Get the fuck
I'm trying to get into Barclay. That's the first person that I seen. And then one of the dudes that was by me was like, yo, I want to get a picture with this dude right here. And I'm thinking in my mind, like, for somebody that really didn't like Deontay Wilder and stuff like that, you know what I mean? Not to get at him. He seemed like a good old dude, but I just got to be honest. The Leon Muhammad dude was right in the front of the Barclays, yo. The first person that I seen when I hopped out the V.
Hey, man. I don't like Leon Muhammad, man. He looked
but the thing that I'm saying is, if you watch his videos, he kind of be getting that Deontay Wilder.
No, that's what he gets at Earl Spence too. He gets at Earl Spence too.
I know, but it's crazy how he be at the events. Why are you at these events supporting these brothers? Now, me personally, I don't care if you don't like me. Buy a ticket. Come to my fight, nigga. Buy the ticket. I don't care if you don't like me. Buy the ticket.
Buy the ticket, exactly.
I don't care what's your reasoning.
I'm about to get this work. I'm gonna get this workout in. If y'all still on, I'm gonna jump back on. I'm gonna be about an hour or so.
All
right, family.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Fuller, he was in the front. I meant to say that. I forgot to bring it up. That was, to me, really important. That stood out to me. This dude was in the front of the building. That goes to show you Deontay Wilder is the motherfucking wave.
Yeah, dude, I'll tell you, they hate on Deontay Wilder because he's simply Deontay Wilder, man. That was good video. Yeah. Like, they hate on Deontay Wilder because he's Deontay Wilder, man. That's the reason why they hate on him. They don't like when someone is themselves and they're outspoken. That's the whole problem. When you're outspoken and you're yourself, they don't like that, man. They don't like that at all. So that's where the issues start, Yeah, man, I'm telling you. That's why they don't like Deontay Wilder. I mean, how can you not like a guy who says, I don't punch to you, I punch through you?
Yeah, word.
Oh, nah, and then
he said, what he said, I'm gonna rip your brain out like a Mortal Kombat.
ABBA.
Like that. I was like, bugging out right now.
No, he said ABBA, like the Sega Genesis.
Yo, he was bugging out. That's my guy.
Hey, he's smart, man. I grew to like Deontay Wilder more when he showed up at Dominique Brazil's fight, bro. And he said, anytime.
Man, you see that wasn't a theory, it was a fact. You could see it was not a theory. Appreciate it, Sierra Raphael. We appreciate the support, man. Tell my boy Shaq Cursor who said what's up. Felice Johnson, I don't know who you are, brother. I definitely you come through a little bit more, a couple more shows. I swear I'll send you the link. You know what I mean? I just want to see you more, bro. You know what I mean? Abel Mahari, I know him. You know what I mean? He's people's. Just come through. It's nothing personal. Yeah, man. So yeah, that was a great win. And then on top of that, the two Emmys. You know, how you feel about that, Fuller? Him winning the two Emmys. Fuller, you there? Or am I on mute?
Yeah, no, I'm here. My bad. Um, I just don't want him to fight Luis Ortiz again because he's going to
Yeah,
get
me
knocked
either.
out. Luis
I
Ortiz
agree.
is going to get knocked out. It's going to be worse than the first time. You know, I don't want him to fight him again. You know.
And to be honest with you, I don't know. Luis Ortiz didn't look that good in his last fight, and he looked even bigger than me. I think
Um,
Deontay Wilder might dispatch him even easier this time. I actually don't want the fight more so for Luis Ortiz.
I have Deontay Wilder knocking him out in 4 rounds.
You know what I mean? I really wish he would have took the Anthony Joshua fight, man.
Me
Because at
too.
least if he would have fought Deontay Wilder, he would have been the first Cuban heavyweight champion. Shit would have been lit.
Hmm.
Even if he would have lost, nobody could have took that from him.
Hmm. Yeah. Honestly, Deontay Wilder, man, I want him to fight Dillian White bad, man. For real. I can't stand Dillian White. I just want him to end him. Seriously.
D-Lo 404 said, "Fool are gonna fall asleep in a minute." He for laugh out loud. Nah, if it's just me and Fool ain't gonna, you know what I mean? Because me is just being him right now. So me and him is just keep spitting at each other, basically, like going back and forth. So he's straight. It's when I get them big panels, I understand.
Hmm. Yeah, man. I just want him to fight Dillian White because I know he'll end him easy. It'll be a fast win.
I ain't gonna lie, I won't mind that fight. Deontay Wilder taking on Dillian White.
Me either.
I don't think Dillian White gonna be able to land that left hook. It's not gonna measure up right. It's gonna be all the way up.
No. And I think Deontay Wilder will be upset. He'll be even more upset at him because he kept on like not taking fights. You know, I think he'll be like upset with Dillian White. You know, that's how I feel.
Let's go, Omega Red. Omega Red just fell in the play.
But about the welterweight division, though,
Oh yeah, we could go.
to be honest, you know, people are gonna. This is not gonna be popular, but I think Terrence Crawford is clout chasing a lot. You know.
You think he was cloud chasing when or when he said that he offered to fight Keith Thurman?
Yeah, I think so because the thing is about it, if he did offer Keith Thurman a fight, Keith Thurman would have said something. You know, there would have been something said. You know what I mean? So that's why I feel like the fight wasn't offered. Like the same thing with Danny Garcia. Like, why would you offer someone a fight when they already have a fight? You know what I mean? Like that's why I can't. Like that's why I kind of question it. You know.
I
Like
mean,
he
I hear you.
He offered Danny Gar. He offered Danny Garcia a fight when Danny Garcia, I think, was fighting Brandon Rios. I think. I believe
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
I think who was he? Yeah, I think I don't know if that was at the same time. I think that was after though.
No, he offered him a fight when he was fighting Brandon Rios. That's what happened. And then it's like, okay, well, why would you offer him a fight when he already has a fight? You know, that makes no sense. But that's how they do things at Top Rank, though. Top Rank does that. I noticed a pattern with Top Rank. They'll say they offered people to make it look like those guys didn't want to fight them. That's what they do. The same thing with the Lomachenko and Mikey Garcia situation. They're talking about, oh,
And you know what I want to see now that and, and I'm so happy Sean Porter's taking this fight because when Earl win this fight and win that belt, let's see if Danny Garcia still want to be always number one contender for the WBC belt and stuff like that, or let me see if once Earl wins the belt, he gonna make an excuse Fuller to go for the WBA belt and say I want revenge on Keith Thurman.
well, you know what though? That Keith Thurman will probably fight Danny Garcia again. Um, um, I think that's going to be his next fight after the Pacquiao fight. I'm pretty much like 90% sure he's going to do that. He's going to make that move. You know.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. What's up, Abel?
The thing is this. Look, that WBC,
I'm trying to say.
that
Yeah,
WBC is a very important infinity stone to have. You know, it's like you have once you get that WC,
the green belt is time stone.
yeah, that's a very important infinity stone. So,
And you seen it was important because he would have never been able to get that stone that freaking this century. What's that dude's name? Homeboy, you know what I mean? If he didn't turn back time, you know what I mean? So you need that infinity stone. But yeah, man.
although
Abel Mahari, you there, man?
I'm here.
Yo, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me? Hold on.
Abel, I can't hear you if you're talking.
Okay, hold on. I'm listening. Can you hear me?
although it's a very important infinity stone.
Yes. Agreed.
Although it's a very corrupted one. It's very corrupted though. That WBC one is
I mean,
very
I
corrupted.
feel like they all are. Whether one is more than the other, it don't matter.
But that WBC one is like one of the more corrupted ones. So, to be honest
Because
with you.
yeah, that's what I said. I agree. But you can't even say that. The WBA is too. They be giving niggas belts.
Yeah.
Imagine being in their ranking system and then you in the weight division and then they give super belt to somebody like Anthony Joshua who already had a belt already. How would you feel?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. So, I mean, I hate to say it, but these infinity stones are a necessary evil. The bad thing is you pay the sanctioning fees, but the good news is you're Mr. A side most of the time. That's how it works with these infinity stones.
Hello, hello.
It's just how it works. I think Abel was trying to say something.
Can y'all hear me?
I still can't hear you.
Okay, hold on a minute.
Yeah, man. I don't know, but honestly, I still think even if that whole Keith Thurman and Terrence Crawford thing wasn't true, I think that um, Keith Thurman should call his bluff. Am I wrong on that, Fuller? He shouldn't call Terrence Crawford bluff. Like, you never said that to me, baby. Yeah, word. Like she said, make sure you smash the like button. Uh D'Lo 44 said,
Um, to be honest with you, I think maybe he should call his bluff, but I think realistically, he knows he ain't gonna fight him though. You know.
he said Danny Garcia was speaking on
Hello.
Bud, talking about wanting a rematch with Bud at that time. Um, oh, Pacquiao and Thurman look silly as hell, both standing there holding the WBA strap. Not just the same WBA strap, the super. But you got to remember, they gave him the super in recess before Keith Thurman was coming, like had fully came back and then took
What
that
I
fight with Josesito Lopez.
what I will say though, this is what I will say. This is kind of off topic, but I'm happy that your Dennis Ugas is going to be on that card. He's going to be on the undercard.
Oh, he is? Oh,
Yeah,
which
Jordan.
fight?
I think he fighting Omar Figueroa.
I favor Ugas in that fight.
Me too. I like how Ugas box. His style is Cuban, but it's a little bit different from the Cuban style. It has a little bit of a different thing. But I like Ugas. It's just sad. I wish he would have let his hands go in that Sean Porter fight more. He would have won. They would have had to give him. They would have had to give him that fight if he let his hands go a little bit more.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, you good now.
Yeah.
I don't know what's up with my computer though, bro. I was trying to get into my computer and my mic was not working for some reason, so I don't know what the deal was. But I'm on my phone now, so I can hear you guys better.
Um, I was just gonna say, what do you feel about the Keith Thurman and Pacquiao press conferences?
Um, I fuck Keith
Go ahead,
Thurman.
y'all hold it down real quick. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was gonna say fuck Keith Thurman though, bro. Like this dude is literally the biggest joke in this division though, bro. Holding them belt hostage for 2 years, and you're basically basing against a guy who's way past his prime. I mean, let's be real with it, bro. I mean, listen, Keith Thurman should win this fight, but I don't trust him because he hasn't knocked anybody out since he moved up in competition. Let's be honest here. I do not trust Keith Thurman at all. I think Keith Thurman is going to get exposed badly though, and I hope he's gone out of this division though because he's been holding the entire division back for a long time. And when he does get in the ring with Spence, he's going to crash out because the fact is he knows he ain't the top dog anymore. So that's how I feel about that. Well, we've got look who it is. OG Curtis Anderson. What's up, brother?
Hey, what's going on, Abel, man? What's going on, fellas? Just got finished watching the game. That Milwaukee Bucks choke, man. I don't
Oh
care. They
my
choke,
God.
man.
I know.
I think
It
Toronto gonna
was.
win the series now.
You know what? You know what? I actually was thinking about that a bit. Um, I've still got the strong feeling that Toronto. I still don't listen. I'm on my last limb when it comes to the trust level with the Toronto Raptors, though. To be honest with you, I think, I believe that the bigness of the moment is going to overcloud this team, and I think Milwaukee is going to come in there with nothing to lose and play their best basketball of the entire season. I firmly believe that. I'm still hanging on to that kind of hope. I don't know. That's kind of that kind of optimism I have. So fool's goal, I would say. Because remember, I remembered back in that conference finals in '94. You remember this one, Curtis? When Reggie Miller had the 25 in the fourth quarter, they were up 3-2 in the series, and then when they returned back home, had a chance to close it out, but they didn't get the job done. Remember that one?
Yup,
So,
yup.
I mean, I mean, these kind of things happen though. So I'm still holding on to this slimmer of hope that the Bucks can get it together. But don't ever start Malcolm Brogdon on the team. He's their best bench player. I don't know why they put him in the starting lineup. That made no sense. It made their bench weak.
Yeah. I mean, we'll get back to boxing, but Giannis, man, he was just forcing stuff. He been turning the ball over. He's trying to take the whole team, and it's not working out.
Right.
The Bucks got to come up with a smarter game plan, man. Because Kawhi Leonard's not going to let them lose in Toronto, man. They got to put up with that guy. But Giannis has to play smarter basketball, man. Been making a lot of mistakes.
Way too many mistakes. I mean, what the Toronto Raptors are doing is putting 3 guys at him in the paint because they know they're not worried about him shooting the ball. And this is where the lack of his ability to shoot the ball is hurting him in the long run because now teams are going to back off of him and dare him to shoot every time. And he's not going to pull it up. So what the Bucks are going to have to try to do is conduit with more shooters on the floor to space the floor to allow Giannis to drive into the paint with much more space because the lineup that they put out there in the fourth quarter did not help him out because all the Raptors did bring 3 or 4 guys in there and they just blocked him off to the basket.
Right.
So, but yeah, that's just how I kind of see it there, though, man. And Ak is out for the moment, though.
No,
so, but are you back now?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just chatting up with the OG.
Yeah, I heard y'all. Y'all had quick, good basketball talk. 78 would have been mad about y'all talking about Giannis.
Yeah, I think they're going to choke. Giannis, his lack of perimeter game is going to hurt his team and hurt him as well, man. But, I'm going to chop it up for a little while. I'm taking my daughter out for her birthday around about 12 o'clock, maybe a little after when she get her with her friends. She's 30 years old today, man. I feel old. God damn, I feel old.
Man.
I mean, having a 30-year-old daughter, my spirits is young, but I said, damn, boy, you got a 30-year-old daughter today? I'm proud of her, man. She's a registered nurse like my wife, man. So I'm real proud of my daughter, man. So I'm gonna hit her off with a couple of stacks.
There you go. Yes, sir.
That's what's up.
Because I never had a problem with my daughter. I'm lucky, man. You had a problem with her, man. Real talk, man. She got good grades in school, high school, grammar school, went to nursing school, finished in the very near top of her class. And I was instrumental being in her life, man. Even though me and her mother broke off early, her mother used to get on my goddamn nerves, but it's all love though, but we raised a beautiful girl, man. So she was like, I want to go to this. I said, what you going to do for your birthday tonight? Real quick, back to boxing, but I just want to say this. She was like, I'm going to the Coach Lounge. I said, in Newark? She was like, yeah. I said, oh, hell no. I said, listen. I said, I ain't doing nothing. I don't want to crash your party. She's like, Dad, if you want to come along. Come along. We're going to pop some bottles. I said, all right.
I like that. I like that though, Kurt. You ain't let her go. You was like, if you gonna go, you gonna go with me.
Yeah, you going to the Coach, man, because them niggas be up in there wilding, man. My daughter is beautiful.
Now I heard about that.
Yeah, she like 5'8", 5'9", and gorgeous, man, and long hair, brown skin. So I'm like, listen, man, I know how these niggas are savages on Springfield Avenue, man. I think I'll tag along. I'll tag along or whatever. I'm gonna bring Hyman with me, and we're just gonna go and chill, whatever.
Hey, Curtis, though, salute to your daughter, though, man. It sounds like you raised her really well, though. So congrats on that, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, man. I mean, my son is 14. I don't want to tell y'all my life story, but I'm just gonna say he live in a gang-fested area. Around the Suwoo dudes in Newark, man. He live in a real gang-infested area. The mother trying to move to Montclair, which is like a mixed black suburban town. But everybody know him cool. They know me or whatever. And they like, they call me Kareem and Noor. They be like, oh, Kareem, I didn't know that was your son. I said, yeah, Kurt, that's, he's known for playing football, but he's going to a charter school. He graduated. So now I got to hit him off. She My other son's mother was like, he needs some shoes and a suit. He going to the red carpet dance. I'm like, man, y'all killing me, man.
Right.
They're killing me. I'm gonna have to beat the dog to the garbage can. Yeah, but yeah, let's get on this boxing talk, man.
But wait. But hey, can I talk to Curtis on a little bit of a historical subject a bit?
Nah, go ahead.
Okay, Curtis, I really needed to talk to you about the 77 Yankees, though, bro, because that shit's been on my mind for the past years. I can't get this out of my head because, listen, I watched the whole documentary series that the Bronx is Burned, the one that ESPN did about the 77 Yankees, and I thought to myself, how in the hell did Billy Martin, George Steinbrenner, and Reggie Jackson were able to make it through that whole season and win the championship, despite the fact that they wanted to rip each other's heads off?
Hey, I remember that team like it was yesterday. I was 10 years old. It seemed like I was older, but that's how old I was. And the Yankee are a big deal in the New York area. I can tell you that. Got their own channel, and especially they went to the World Series 3 straight years. They got swept in '76 against the Cincinnati Reds, the Big Red Machine with Johnny Bench and Pete Rose, and they got better. Joe Morgan, Cesar Geronimo, Tony Perez, King Griffey Sr., Bob Foster, so I remember that. Not Bob Foster, George Foster, excuse me. But and then next year they got better. Reggie was a big deal. He was the first black man who has his own candy bar, and that candy bar was big. Reggie Jackson was huge in his prime. You know what I mean? He owned New York. Reggie, everybody loved Reggie Jackson. And him and Billy Martin, they hated each other because it all started against the Red Sox where I think he popped up or grounded to a position player for the Red Sox, and he didn't know.
He didn't.
Yeah, he didn't hustle. Yeah, that's what happened. He was in the field. Now I remember, and he didn't hustle, and Jim Rice made it to second base. So when the Yankees went to the dugout, Billy Martin started yelling at Reggie Jackson. Now Reggie Jackson was strong. He didn't want to hurt Billy Martin, but Reggie Jackson didn't get along with Thurman Munson either, who died in a plane crash. But the Yankees made it to the World Series. They won it, and then they won it again in '78. But I'm gonna talk about Kurt Sugar versus the world. The year 1977, you had the Great Blackout in New York. You had Ali versus Norton. You had the Son of Sam running around killing people. You had disco music. John Lennon was shot and killed. It was crazy, man. But that was my upbringing, man. I remember like it was yesterday. So I don't want to take all the time because we on Act Show, but that's what it was.
Yeah, let's save that for Curtis Sugar versus the world, because I think there's a bit more of an in-depth conversation about that.
All right, Kurt. Well, I got you, man. What you think about the Thurman and the Pacquiao press conference?
This fight interests me, man. Because I don't know who's going to win. I don't know if Thurman going to show up. It's a bad look if he lose to a 40-year-old Pacquiao, man. Pacquiao, they always say, great fighter always have one great fight left in them, and that's why I usually get a feel for a fight, but I don't have a feel for this fight. I can see Thurman winning by using his athleticism and his sneaky left hook. He'll move left to right, move around the ring, then stop and throw that left hook. And I can see Pacquiao going to his body, breaking him down. I'll pick Thurman to win, but it's not a shock if Pacquiao win. I just don't have a lot of confidence in Thurman like I used to, because he said something like, if I lose, I just might retire. I was like, oh boy, man, don't start that mess, man. That's why Spence said, if you win, don't disappear. He will disappear if he win, because he's going to get that bag. He's going to make a nice payday. So I say Spence by unanimous decision, but I wouldn't be surprised if Pacquiao win.
What's up, Shakita? Shakita says she picked Pacquiao to win the fight. I don't know, Shakita, man. I think Thurman, because Thurman talked about he was in LA Fitness alone his last training camp. He said this time he's getting 2 strength and conditioning trainers. Okay? You know, so that I think may play a factor. I feel like because I feel like his gas tank was on E. But one thing I did notice in the press conference, I expected Keith Thurman, like I told Fuller earlier, to be more fat and out of shape. But he actually wasn't that fat and out of shape to me. To be, you know what I mean? To be living his life with this dream girl that he met in Naples. And I just figured that he would be bigger, and but that's what's up. He said that he trained a little bit before. I like that he was talking trash and stuff like that. I don't know if anybody really believed him. Pacquiao was laughing. Pacquiao didn't seem like he was worried or threatened.
He got Pacquiao too seasoned, man. He ain't worried. Pacquiao is a born fighter, man. He ain't worrying about Thurman. If Thurman come in there and take this fight seriously and wanting to put some hurt on Pac, he can. That's the upside of Keith Thurman. He can. He can separate himself from Pac, man, because Pac didn't look good to me against Bruno, and he only older. You can see it in his face. His face starting to look different. That's that age. And Thurman got the athleticism, man. Thurman just ain't gonna stand there. So that's a big plus to Thurman. His footwork is awkward. It's sloppy, but it's effective because he can move. So that's gonna cause some problems. But I want to see what happens after the 7th round, how Thurman gonna look with his conditioning, because he's been inactive. So it has some very interesting points to this fight, man. I can't wait. What, July 20th? Yeah, that's right. And I heard about the undercard. I don't know if Ack is up on his boxing, man. Ack is like a book too. You got your Dernis Ugas versus Omar Figueroa on the undercard, so I look forward to that fight as well.
You know what's crazy? I favor Ugas in that fight, man. I favor Ugas in that fight, Kurt, man. Omar Figueroa, he looked terrible to me. His brother's not that bad, but they both ain't got no defense, man.
Right.
Their defense is horrible. And he looked bad. He looked really out of shape, Omar Figueroa. Not so much his brother, though.
I agree with you, but Omar looked it bad, man. His last fight.
I always thought that Omar Figueroa could be better than what he is. I mean, his defense is just bad, though. I mean, he gets hit a lot in a lot of fights.
I thought John Molina won that fight.
I know. I thought the same way too. I think isn't the winner of that fight going to be the next mandatory for Earls for the WBC title?
I don't know. I'm gonna check it out.
I forgot what. I think it was one of them belts. I don't remember which one it was. Because I wasn't even checking for that. See, I pay attention to stuff like that if that's going to be a potential good candidate of the person that's going to fight. Some of these dudes that be getting shots, I just be like, But yeah, man. What you think about this weekend? Terrell Goucher and Austin Trout.
I like Trout against Goucher. Goucher, I didn't like his temperament. He laid back against Lara like he was intimidated by the fighter and by the high-profile fight. A lot of fighters that comes up and have a big fight, they don't let their hands go because they're intimidated by the spotlight. It makes a big difference. Everybody looking at you. This is your time to shine. Plus, who you fighting have in front of you. You like a deer in headlights. Austin Trout, very seasoned, man. I like Austin Trout, man. He always gave it his best. Canelo and J-Rock and other fighters. He beat Cotto at Madison Square Garden, where the whole arena was rooting for Cotto. So that tells me Trout, he's strong mentally. So I like Trout. Trout getting a little long in the tooth, has some wars. So you never know how he's going to look, man. But my money, I will put on Trout to beat Goucher by unanimous decision.
I see it that way too. I favorite Trout a little bit. Not that I was really checking for that fight, but if you was asking my opinion, I would have went that way too. Um, I just Goucher showed me in that Laura fight that he ain't really got different gears like that. He seemed like he would, but and he got a solid, all right amateur pedigree. But to me, he seemed like one of those dudes that didn't even box that long. But he has, and he got a good pedigree. But I don't know. That's just what I think. You like that fight, Abel?
I like that fight somewhat a bit. I think Austin Trout's got a couple more good performances left in him, though. But unfortunately, he got robbed. He got robbed in the Canelo fight because of that wide open scoring they had down in Texas, though. Too, I felt that he could have he was robbed in a couple of fights though. But I like Trout to win that fight.
Okay. What about Devin Haney fight? What you think of that fight, Kurt?
I don't know much about his opponent, but I like because he's keeping busy. That I like. A young fighter that's active, he's only going to get better. The more you fight, you bring out the talent. You don't know how much talent you have in your body and your mind. You don't know. But the more you fight, it come out. He's getting rounds in. He's getting experience. Because he still fights like an amateur. It's slowly that amateur residue is slowly going to brush off his shoulders. He moves unnecessarily, but that's a learning curve. He only do that because he's still young. But if you don't get Devin Haney in the next year and a half, he's going to be hard to beat because he has athleticism, he has good movement, he got good feet, good footwork. The power's going to eventually come.
I agree. He got great
footwork. Yep. He has a lot of upside, man. Devin Haney's only going to get better come the experience, man. He's still a pup. That pup getting some work. So it doesn't matter who we fight. But after this fight, I want to see him step up in competition because I feel he ready. Put him out there, either sink or swim. So I like Devin Haney. So after Saturday, if he win, I don't like to look past nobody. I want to see how he looks. So I'll be watching the fight on the zone. He has a lot of upside, man. He gonna be a major player in boxing, man. In the coming years.
Okay, what you think about it, Abel?
Well, I think Devin Haney, to me, he's got really good upside, and the one thing that I respect out of Devin Haney is he's staying active. Even though he's still got some flaws, he's still a young fighter that's still got a lot of skills and a lot of things to improve upon. I think Devin Haney down the line is going to be one of those guys that I could see him being a huge problem. And here's the thing: that does Devin Haney fight in the same division as Lomachenko?
Yeah, I believe, yeah.
Yeah, he does. 135 lightweight, yeah.
Okay, so here's my thing to this. I've been debating against Black Fight Fan TV for almost 4 weeks about the hype that Lomachenko has. Listen, here's my thing about this. I think Lomachenko at this current stage, he's still a really, really good fighter. But to me, I just don't see him beating the guys like the Devin Haneys or the Tank Davises, or let's say what's his name? Teofimo Lopez. Thank you. So here's the thing. I think to me, Lomachenko is a good fighter, but I think he's just overhyped to me because of all the hype that this guy gets from all the branded networks. I think down the line, I think Devin Haney, if he continues to improve that upside, when he has the opportunity to face Lomachenko, I believe Devin Haney can beat him. Because what I saw in the Lomachenko versus Orlando Salido, he got hurt to the body and he roughed him up. And Lomachenko does not like getting roughed up. You know what I'm saying? And if you could beat Lomachenko to the jab, you pretty much upset what he does. You feel what I'm saying, guys?
Right. But Abel, you need experience to deal with Lomachenko, man. He has a lot of experience because of his amateur background. It worked for him because you could see it after what? How many pro fights he had? 15 already? I'm just guessing off the top of my head.
Yep.
Probably 15, yeah.
15. Yep. It shows he's it's like he had 40. You know, Lomachenko is a damn good fighter, a real good fighter. I will never take away, you know, his take away from his skill or his pedigree. His father is a very underrated trainer. You know, it takes experience. Yeah, Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney are able, to me, doesn't have the experience or they're not seasoned. You know, it takes time to deal with people. Why do you think Lomachenko is calling Tank out and aggressively? He stopped because he believed Tank is not going to fight him because he knows Tank is not ready for him. He knows that. Some people may disagree, but I agree. If they fought Saturday, hypothetically, I would have to go with Lomachenko over Tank because if Tank don't touch Lomachenko in 2 or 3 rounds, he going to fade. He going to be looking for Mayweather in the audience between the ropes. You know, I need instructions, or I'm a self-destruct, you know, and Lomachenko knows this. Now, Tank going to be dangerous if he fights more, you know, that I just told you about activity. I love to see a young fighter fight a lot.
He got a fight coming up.
Who that?
Mandatory Nunes Tank.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be on show. I think it's July 27th. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
it is July 27th. It's the week after that, Keith Thurman and Pacquiao.
Right. We keep getting fights, man, so it's great for boxing fans like us. But, you know, I don't want to go on and on, but get some experience, fight as many times as possible, Lopez and Devin Haney's and Tank. Then you go after the big dogs, man. That's the way it's done. That's the nature of the sport. The more you fight, you bring out the talent you don't think you have. You don't know how good you are until you do that.
True. No, I agree. I think those guys just need time and experience before they can go up to Lomachenko. I do believe they can beat him, but like you said before, if they don't have the experience or they don't have the stripes to handle that kind of adversity, then the skills that they have will be offset to what Lomachenko can do.
Let me tell you something. It's not even about that. These dudes is talking about they want belts. Devin Haney said he wasn't trying. This is why he took so long to sign with somebody. Devin Haney always said, if I sign with somebody, it got to be with the promise of a title shot. He does not look at himself as a prospect. He looked at himself as a contender, whether he still has amateur ways. I feel like he's going to have to be the person, even though he is a contender. Even though it's not going to break overnight, I agree with Kurt. And a lot of people still think that he has that amateur type style. It's going to just ending up having to force to get break out of him through his fights. He's not going to be able to break out of the gym. It's going to happen through the actual fights. I don't know which one is going to take for him to break through. It might be later, but that's to me how it's going to work itself out with him. But
right,
because he got 20 plus fights, like that, you know. So, and he is in contingent status. To be honest with you, he was supposed to be fighting Luke Campbell for the vacant title, but they voted Lomachenko to fight for their title. So these dudes want belts. This is why I'm saying this. All roads lead to this. Even if we don't think that they ready and we think that they need more fights, if they want a belt, they're going to have to go through Lomachenko. So whether they're ready or not, if they're going to want that title, they're going to have to see Lomachenko for that title at 135 before both of them want to move up to 140.
Yep.
Teofimo in Devin Haney, they said they just want to have a belt, defend it, then move up to 140.
It's going to get very interesting in the next 6 months to a year. It's going to get very interesting.
Now, Kurt, what I think is going to happen is this. I think after Richard Coleman may fight in like June 20th too or something like that. I think after he fight Raimundo Beltran, and he knocked Ray Beltran out. I think he gonna chop the deal with Lomachenko, even though what's the name got the fight coming up to be the eliminator for the IBF. He's gonna get that exemption from the IBF to go unify, and then now what happens is this: if they unify for the undisputed, because that'll be the last belt left for Lomachenko to get the Richard Comey belt. My question is this: once Lomachenko wins, does Lomachenko keep the belts and defend it? Because if he does, then Devin Haney or Teofimo can get their shot, because, well, it's probably going to really be Teofimo because of the IBF. They probably going to demand that Lomachenko have to fight him, and that'll be how we get the fight.
Right. I can see that. I can see
because
that.
The next fight that Tio's having is for the IBF eliminated at 35. Yeah, lightweight.
Yep.
So, and like I keep telling people keep saying that, oh, well, is it going to be in enough time for him? It's enough time because Richard Comey's fighting like June 20th too. And after he fight Ray Beltran, he could easily chop that deal with Lomachenko and get the exemption from the IBF. I'm telling you, they'll let him unify. It would have been different to me if they was forcing him and Teofimo already had fought that eliminated. It would have been better for him because it would have took more time. And then, if it would have took more time, the IBF would have been like, nah, you got to fight him. We're not going to let you unify. You got to fight him. But he's just now becoming the mandatory. So they're not going to, I don't feel like they're going to hold no boundaries over Richard Comey wanting to go unify with Lomachenko. They're not going to want to do that. Now, it's going to be different if Richard Comey get on some bullshit and be like, I don't want to fight Lomachenko. I want to keep my belt. I feel like I could beat Teofimo. Now, he could have that attitude. I don't know. What y'all think?
Go ahead, Abel.
Well, Drew fell in the building.
Yeah, who's in the building? I can let Drew go first.
Yeah. I didn't even know y'all brothers are still on, man. I'm mad. I'm sorry. I'm mad as fuck, man. I have no carbs in my system. I can only pick up fucking 390 on the bench tonight. I'm pissed, boy. I am aggravated. But anyway, the fanboy in me, by hook or by crook, I want to see Teofimo versus Loma.
Okay.
All right. That's the fanboy talking. You understand? That's the disclaimer. But we all know how business works, and I'll just leave it at that. We all know how business works, but the fanboy, because it's hot right now, I want Teofimo because he's making a lot of noise right now. Does that work out? I don't know, but I'll just leave it at that because I have a habit of wanting things so bad, and then that shit not happening, or it'll be taking 10 years for it to happen, and by the time it happens, it's lost its luster. So I don't want to jinx nothing.
Yeah, I hear you.
I don't want to jinx nothing. So you go ahead. I want to hear what y'all got to say.
Well, I would like to see Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko fight because Teofimo Lopez, put pressure on himself, which is good. He challenged himself. He brought tension to himself, and now he got Lomachenko's, attention himself. It could work for him or it could work against him. Now Lomachenko be like, if we fight, I'm going to make an example out of him. Teofimo can be like, in the other way, Teofimo can be like, you know what, this dude ain't nothing. Sometimes a fighter just feels comfortable fighting another fighter, like Antonio Tarver did Roy Jones. For some reason, it's like that. He felt comfortable. He wasn't intimidated like a lot of people was, and we don't know how it's going to turn out until the fight comes to fruition. maybe he sees something where he can exploit. He just feels like psychologically he feels comfortable against Lomachenko, because I believe him. It's not all smoke. Now, smoke and mirrors. Now, rather he can go out there and win the fight. That's another story. You know, he has his athleticism, but he's overly aggressive with his punches. He has to learn to box more. He can't go out there and try to knock Lomachenko out. It's not going to be like that. Lomachenko is going to exploit those long punches he like to throw. You know, so that's that fight I would like to see, because it has more of a storyline than any other fight. You know, the more Haney and Lopez get working, the better they off against Lomachenko, and you can add Tank Davis to that. You know, to them too. But
I ain't gonna add Tank until you move up to 35. You know,
right.
Once he officially move up to 35, which he should be trying to do, but obviously he's not. And I told people he gonna baby himself and struggle to get down to 130. And I don't know if y'all seen that recent video with Tank.
Yeah, that was bad.
Oh my goodness. That boy looked like he was having triplets.
You can't do that in between fights, man. Roberto Duran and Ricky Hatton and a lot of fighters did it, you know, blow up in between.
You heard what his girlfriend said? She said they gonna ask, is you a fighter or an eater, while she's recording.
That was fucked up, man.
You can't do that, man. You got to stay in shape in between fights, man. You have it will better your career, man. But I would like to see Lopez and Lomachenko, because it will be a grudge match.
Me too. And I'm hoping that
I wouldn't even mind seeing. I wish they both would have been fighting for the eliminator for the IBF. I wish that Devin Haney would fight Teofimo. That would have been dope.
Oh,
you know what?
Shit.
That's a grudge match too, because of the sparring session.
Skunk out here. I'm sorry, y'all. Got skunks out here. Nigga was right by the fucking garage, B. What the fuck, man?
Yeah, they skunks in the city.
God damn, man. Where the fuck did they all come from? I ain't fucking around. Them shits will ruin your life.
I never see no raccoon in the Bronx. I see them in Queens, though.
Nah, them shits is everywhere out here, man. God damn, we got raccoon. There was a fucking deer running around out here. What the fuck's going on? Shit is weird, man. Nah, this shit is weird to me. I came out, I said, what the fuck's wrong with that dog? It was a fucking deer.
Global warming.
Yeah, life is fucked.
Man, oh man. Well, on that note, I mean, cannot wait if when Teofimo Lopez and Lomachenko do fight, though. But you know, if it goes down to the experience, then I would have to honestly favor Lomachenko. But I'm hoping that Teofimo Lopez beats Lomachenko, so Black Fight Fan TV can shut the fuck up on this white Jesus shit. I cannot handle that bullshit anymore.
He be having me. You and him be having me crying.
No, I cannot.
When you keep bringing up stuff, and then Black Fight Fan said, I got your punishment, man. Hey, then you still keep going on. You be like, I'm not reading it. You ain't gonna talk to white Jesus like that. I still be reading Abel comments. I'll be crying, bro, in the morning.
Bro, I swear to you. Listen, I don't have anything against Lomachenko personally. Not at all. It's just the way that this dude always says, like, you know, it's the angles, the speed.
No, you gotta say it right. The speed,
the footwork,
I swear to Sally Lomachenko.
Oh my God, that shit is driving me fucking insane with that bullshit, bro. I mean, it brings out the hatred in me, man. I'm telling you, bro.
Listen, man. Listen.
Oh man, I done woke up full.
We just woke up full of
another person.
That's it.
That's another person that don't like Lomo, just like you, Abel.
I know, bro.
Lomachenko only has two angles, right and left. That's it, side to side. He has no other angles. He has no
But that's
angles
not
that.
what they saying. They saying
Hey, when you watch his fights, that's all he does. It's like he's doing. It's like he's doing. He
he
just
You
goes
know
got
what?
right.
his
He
ass
just
got
You know
goes.
what?
caught on the angle too by Jorge Linares.
Yeah,
Got
see,
You
caught
know,
into a right hand.
but you
and
know
see,
what, man?
man. Oh,
Go ahead, Curtis.
No, go ahead, Abel.
I was gonna say before, and then I'll let Curtis go next. You see with Fula, this is basically hurt coming out of those comments because the fact is, Guillermo Wiggins lost to this dude, but he had no business fighting him in the first place. He had to move up 2 weight classes to face Lomachenko, when all them dudes at 122 want to
It's
no
not
smoke
only
with
that.
Guillermo Wiggins.
No, it's not
And
only
he got
that. No,
stripped for
wait,
his
What is it?
belt.
What is it, Fula?
wait. It's not only that.
And they stripped Riggin
They,
down for
they
his belt. They said if
no.
you lose this fight, he was fighting at 122. They said if you lose this fight, we're stripping you
It's not
That's
only that.
fucked up.
No,
for
it's
no
not only
reason.
that. It's not
Yeah,
only
they
that.
treated Ringendahl really bad, man. They treat Cuban fighters really bad, man. I noticed that.
It's not only
Hey, go
that
ahead.
though.
What you saying, Fuller?
What I was saying, it's not only that. They act like he didn't lose to Orlando Salido and didn't want to rematch Orlando Salido. And
Damn right.
another thing too, I'm tired of people believing, oh, 396 and 1. Oh, he was 396 and
That's what
1.
I'm saying.
It's like if you believe that, man, I can't help you. I really can't help you.
Yo,
You
man,
Yo,
know,
you know what?
people, they believe anything, man. These people, I heard Cat saying that Gennady Golovkin was 412 in like 0. And
Yeah, they
Bullshit.
crazy. Yeah, they
motherfuckers, they'll
crazy,
argue me
man.
down with that. They'll argue me down with that. I just leave it alone, man. It's a whole new level of ridiculousness, man. Whole new level.
Yeah, they ain't trying to inflate these
Probably,
guys'
he
records,
probably
man.
is. That's why he talk like that. Ain't no guys. Yeah, no guy.
Why he get started so late in his career?
Damn right.
Yeah,
That's what I'll be talking.
if he was that nice, why he got started so late? You know what I'm saying?
They was comfortable beating up young guys in the Olympics. The amateurs can be overrated, man, because like the Cubans and the Russians, man, and the Eastern Europeans, they're much older than these young guys, man. So they have experience. I mean, you have a 25-year-old fighting a 17-year-old, you intangible is going to be in your favor because he ain't going to know what to do unless he's special, like the 76 Olympic team and the 84 Olympic team. They were special, so they can overcome that. But a regular person, regular top of,
Yo,
guy at 17, he ain't
yo,
going to be able to overcome that.
Kurt, you know what I noticed about the 84 Olympic team?
What's that?
As good as they was, I gotta kinda, because that was the year that Cuba wasn't allowed to be in it for some reason. So I wonder if everybody would have been having medals like that. That could have played a factor in that. In that
Oh,
80.
definitely. That's
well,
why I say the 76 team was better because they beat the Cubans. Like Andres Aldama, Ray Leonard beat him for the gold medal. So that Andres Aldama was one of the best amateurs of all time, man.
And that time that Floyd beat the Cuban, that was the first time in 25 years America
Something
beat a
like that.
Cuban. That was crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. I think that the Cuban. I think that '84 Olympics team, though. I mean, despite the fact that they were very loaded, though, I've always wondered how they would pair up against that Cuban national team that was not allowed to go to the Olympics because of the government unrest and shit. So.
True indeed, man. True indeed. I mean, it's always a stern test. Pernell Whitaker, from great Cubans, man. Pereira was one of them when he got knocked down. That was a good. They had like 3 or 4 fights. That was a great rivalry, man. With Pernell Whitaker. But when Ray Leonard beat Andres Aldama, I said, "Damn, this dude is serious, man." They had, Howard Davis Jr. and the Spinks brothers, man. They had a lot of good fighters in that '76 Olympic team. Damn, man, my daughter's outside, fellas.
All right.
Damn.
All
right, man.
I was just getting started, man. Damn, I got a lot to say. Yo, Act, man, hit me on the next one. You know, yo, fellas, the chat and the panel. Yo, I thank y'all, man. It's always a pleasure to talk about this boxing ish. I'll be on the next one, man. The old man gonna go out and pop a couple of bottles with my daughter and her friends for her birthday, and I'll check y'all out the next day.
Happy born day. Happy born
All
day.
right, Kurt, be safe out there, man.
Yes, sir. I got Hyman with me. I got Jaime with me, Act. I'm safe.
Peace.
Yo, so y'all saying that y'all saying that the Europeans is like yo, you remember that Dominican kid who was striking everybody out in a Little League World Series and you found out he was like 40?
Oh yeah,
you remember that shit? So they're saying I was like Golovkin. Golovkin like 27 years old fighting 16-year-olds and shit and padding his record and shit. That's what these motherfuckers is doing, man.
Fuck Triple G, man. Fuck him 2 times, bro. For real,
man. I don't respect that guy, man. I don't respect that guy.
Yeah, yo, bro.
I wanted to there was a shit. I like my boy keeps sending me these texts from some guy he talks to on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Facebook. I ain't even gonna say his name. This guy swears he's like some sort of boxing insider, and he's always talking like he's an insider. He's always talking this negative rhetoric about the PBC, but magically he didn't have that inside information about the Zone going through their issues, the American brand of the Zone. I want to know what do you guys think about what's going on with the Zone right now.
One thing that's crazy to me, though, before you go, I'm going to just say real quick, and you could just go. It's crazy how World Breaker called it, man.
Yeah.
Go ahead, hey, but that's all I had to say.
Well, I mean, it goes down to is this. I mean, the Zone was going to be at a huge disadvantage because it's the American market. I mean, you're going against, Fox Sports, ESPN. You're going against different sporting networks, and you're going against the big dogs in America, like the MLB, the NBA, the NFL, NHL. I mean, if many of the chat listen to World Breaker Fighting, you could predict that the Zone was going to struggle of gaining any subscribers or trying to get any traction in America. I mean, if they were content to just try to build their brand from the ground up, then they would have had a chance. Then they would have established a loyal base there and tried to build off the things they got. But then since they tried to overreach themselves without having a full understanding of what the American market is, now they're putting themselves in a huge disadvantage here. And now, I don't know what their contracts that these boxers sign with the Zone, but they're gonna have to end up paying a lot of money to keep those guys on their stable because because their investors are starting to pull out of the Zone deal at the moment there. And I also heard that it's just a rumor though, so I don't know if it's true or not that Dana might maybe considering buying the PBC from Al Heyman or something like that. Did you guys hear something about that?
Well, for now, I heard something about it, and I heard about it about a week and a half ago, and I questioned World Breaker. World Breaker said he was gonna do some research, and he said it wasn't true.
Wait, so the Zone wanted to buy PBC?
No, this is the first time I'm hearing about Dana White, but what I heard, a fellow that I'm cool with, he heard that the PBC was looking to be purchased, and it has something to do with Al Heyman's failing health. I don't know how true that is. I don't know anything about it. But Fanon did a video that I saw.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh man, yeah, I heard about. I hope that's not true.
Yeah, I hope it's not true. Fanon did a good video about it. We don't know if it's true or not, but Fanon broke it down, and he said just because somebody offers, that doesn't mean you're selling it. And the perfect example he used was, it's like you own a home, and someone drives along and they say, "I like your house." Okay, yeah, I like it too. All right, well, I want to give you, $2 million for the house. And now you got to think about it because you only paid 250 grand for the house. So now it's decision-making time. You know what I'm saying? So just because someone offers you money for your home or whatever your product is, that doesn't mean you're selling it. You know? He also brought up that somebody tried to buy Top Rank from Bob Arum not too long ago. And Bob Arum basically told that person to kick rocks because, you know, he has faith in his product. His product's been around for decades. So just because someone offers to purchase it doesn't mean that the person is selling it. So I understood what he's saying, but still, we don't have any concrete information about that. You know, the failing health thing with Heyman, is it for sale? Is he selling it? We don't know. You know, but I just like how, you know, because I'm pro LDBC, I'm pro PBC, and you know, I have a lot of haters on Facebook. You know, and anytime they hear something crazy, they're hitting me up immediately. Oh, yo, look at this, look at this, look at this. I'm like, dude, there's no facts. It's a rumor. It's a rumor. You know, we don't know.
Right.
What I do know is I live in New York fucking city, and I don't see any advertisements for the DAZN event. Now they tried to make the point that some UK dudes, they don't live here, so they don't understand how shit works. They made the point that they're advertising online heavy, and I'm like, you know what? That shit ain't working over here. There should
have been like a ton of billboards.
Thank you. We live in the city.
Skyscrapers. I should have been seeing shit uptown. I should have been seeing shit on
uptown, down Washington Heights, everywhere, B.
Yeah, Washington Heights, the Jamaica Queens on the ad.
For real. I don't see that shit. So online, man, if niggas is outside, they ain't gonna be online looking for this shit. You need to have them beat in the head. And see, this is how I know. See, DAZN, they fucked up. I think, I know Eddie Hearn sweet talked them. Eddie Hearn sweet talked them. He made those motherfuckers believe that he was gonna come over here and take over American boxing. That's what he made them believe. Because the first thing he tried to do, if you remember, the first fighter that I recall, and correct me if I'm wrong, he tried to bag was Adrian Broner. Remember, he had people calling, oh, AB stupid because he might not see that level of pay, whatever the amount that he was offering. Oh, he's not going to see that, and yada yada yada. I'm like, okay.
Adrian Broner said that shit wasn't enough. He said
he was the first one to call it a slave contract. He was the first one to call it that, and everyone called him stupid. Now here we are, fast forward almost a year and a half later, almost, and then we find out AJ's not signed as his own. He's signed with them on a consultant basis, fight by fight. You understand? Fight by fight, which means Eddie knows something that we didn't know. You understand? He's not going to let his client sign a long-term contract with a company that he has zero faith in. But meanwhile, it was okay for Wilder to sign for $100 million. I'm telling you, there's mathematics beyond that behind closed doors that we don't know. And for him not to have taken that money, because when I first heard it, you know, we're the average human beings. We're not millionaires. So when we see that money, we're like, oh, shit, $120 million? That's a lot of money. But for him to decline it, you have to scratch your head. We know he's not scared of AJ. So what's the devil behind the details? Remember that?
Exactly. Great point, bro.
So if AJ can think on his feet, what makes you think that Deontay Wilder is incapable of doing the same? And then we find out that he's not signed long-term to DAZN. So how the hell are you going to promise an AJ fight with a guy that's not exclusive to the company?
There you go.
What's in the paperwork? Let's say it's 120 million. But in contingent that you only get that portion of the bread, let's say we'll give you 60 million up front, you get the other 60 million.
I think they be making these contracts performance based.
Thank you. Canelo. That's what I was thinking. You know, that's what I was thinking.
Like it's negotiable depending on the person that you fighting. Why you think he really fought the Danny Jacobs shit? It was worth the title and it was a decent level opposition. At least a B+ fighter.
I think what they were gonna do. I think what they were gonna do was
But I think the zone be ass betting, bro. They remind me of a lot of these niggas that you catch on the block. You know what I mean? That be ass betting, man. I be thinking that they not that they don't have money at all, but they had a lot of faith in
Yeah,
the
they think
ass
they were gonna
doing
win. They
good.
ain't got nothing to back it up with. I
Yeah,
understand.
that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
think
yeah, yeah.
there was a lot of ass betting.
Oh, well, I think what they were gonna do. Do you remember when Floyd was offering Manny the flat rate for 40 million?
Yeah.
And he said he was gonna give him 20 straight up, and then the other 20
Yeah, he was gonna
after the
wire.
fight or some shit.
Yeah.
I think they were doing the same shit with Wilder, maybe. And I don't know. This is just me thinking. 120 million contract. We'll give you 60 straight up, and on the fourth fight or so, we'll give you the other 60. And there was no guarantee because Hearn said when they asked him, I think Callie asked him, was it Callie? Callie asked him, was AJ in the contract? And it was a Callie or Fred? I forget. Because they both cornered Eddie. And he said, yeah, absolutely. AJ was in the contract. But I don't believe him because that motherfucker's a liar. I don't believe him. I don't believe him. And how would Wilder look stuck with a goddamn DAZN contract, give AJ the freedom to rematch Parker or, do something crazy, fight Big Baby anyway, and, all kinds of like ridiculous shit, man. I think that they wanted to get Wilder caught up somewhere and give them free reign to go ahead and do whatever the fuck that he wanted to do for the next 3 fights, man. Bag up Kolonowski, take his O, like I said, bag up Baby Miller anyway. And all of those fights was going to be in New York. That's how he was going to make his New York debut. But I'm pissed off at Big Baby, but I'm kind of glad because he fucked up the day. He fucked up the debut. Good, fuck him. He fucked up his U.S. debut. And if you get in there, fuck around with Ruiz and lose, I'm going to laugh. If he fucks around with Ruiz and gets clipped, if he even does a chicken dance, I'm going to laugh. And it's not beyond a scope of reason.
I don't think Andrew Ruiz, he got good speed and stuff, but I just don't think that he got the size. I think AJ size is just going to be too. He's going to be too.
How tall is Ruiz? Ruiz is how tall?
I think he's like 6 foot.
Damn, he's 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 6'2". So he's 2 inches taller than me. I mean, smaller than me.
Yeah.
AJ's what, 6'6"?
I'm mistaken. Hold on, I'm about to go to box right real quick. Just to make sure.
AJ 6'6", 6'7"?
Yeah, 6'6".
My throat is 6'6".
Yeah, because he's an inch shorter than Wilder.
Oh shit. Well,
he's actually 6'2".
Shit.
Drew sound like he had a plan mapped out.
I did, man. Fuck, that's not good.
Yeah, he sound like he had a like yo, you know
not,
what? Like
I was gonna
you go to this thing with like a player A, B, C.
I was gonna throw some underdog bread on that shit.
Hold on, I'm gonna find out though exactly.
I was gonna throw some underdog bread on that shit. Now I'm second thinking. God damn. Shit, 6'6" versus 6 feet. And what's the reach on that? God damn.
Oh, yeah. Is it Andy Ruiz Jr.?
I just actually pulled it up though too. He's actually 6'2" and higher.
Oh, he's 6'2"? Oh,
okay.
So damn, he is like yeah.
That's a little better.
Yeah, it's a little.
What's his reach?
All right, we go check that out real quick. He has a 74-inch reach.
Against what? What's AJ's? Don't say 80.
AJ's. Let me check it out real quick because I know Anthony Joshua 6'6". So
yeah. So
let me check that out real quick. Anthony Joshua. There you go. He's obviously he's 6'6". And I think 1 second here. He has an 82-inch reach.
Fuck.
I know.
God damn it.
But the thing with Joshua is that he accumulates his power by through the rounds. Unlike with Wilder, that one punch, that's it. So
right, yeah. God damn, Andy. Shit.
I mean, if Ortiz's crew didn't mess up the deal, we would have had Ortiz versus Joshua. That would have been a way better fight, and I would have picked Ortiz to upset Joshua.
Yeah. God damn, why didn't they? Fuck, man.
Yeah,
all right, well, I've watched Ruiz in a few fights. How do you guys see this shit? How do you guys see this shit playing out? I just lost fucking faith. God damn it. Man.
Just like that. I see this. Yeah, I see Joshua knocking out Ruiz in 6 rounds. I think Ruiz is gonna give Joshua problems because in the past, because the one thing I don't like about Anthony Joshua is he don't move his head. He never moves his head in fights. Like, how do you let a smaller guy like Alexander Povetkin bust your nose in the first 2 rounds?
Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah, the dude don't move his head. I'm telling you, if Joshua and Wilder fight each other, Wilder, I promise you, will get him. He will tag him with his jab, use the 1-2, and then get to AJ.
Wilder will sleep him in 5 rounds, man. Wilder's gonna sleep him in 5 rounds. 5 rounds, he's gonna sleep him.
Yeah.
And there's another thing. Not to cut you off, but there's another thing. He can't box like Fury. I think Wilder clips him like in the first 2 rounds, and it's enough to hurt him to put him on his bike. And AJ don't have a bike like that. He don't have a bike like Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury was surviving off of pure boxing skill. AJ don't have that same skill. He's used to imposing his will. And once he realizes he can't impose his will, Wilder gonna come in that fight at 228. I already see it. And once he tags him, the oh shit syndrome is gonna kick in. What the fuck do I do? What the fuck do I do now? And when he's gonna try and get on his bike, he's gonna get hit with that right hand going backwards, and it's gonna be ugly, man. It's gonna be ugly. And I hope the guard is at the Garden. Because I'm gonna be talking cash shit. Oh my God. It's gonna be epic.
Okay. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I think that hopefully, they can get it made. Let me get it made. But let me get some last words, y'all. I'm about to wrap it up, man.
Well, I was gonna finish it up by saying this though, bro. If the fight does happen in the Garden, though, I'll be there. I will get the first class flight to New York City. Stay in that nice Marriott hotel. I'll find you and I'm gonna give you all the brownies in the world, and then toss them all at AJ's feet when he gets knocked smooth the fuck out.
Why you have to end it with brownies? Why you have to end it? Like, we had a good conversation. You did not have to bring up no goddamn chocolate brownies. Better walk and get the cheesecake, nigga. Like making the band. New York.
I can give you something different, maybe some cheesecake or something better than that. How about that?
All right, man. Give me your last. Hey, this dude's crazy.
It's all good, man. It was fun. But thanks for sending me the link, though, brother. It was fun to chop it up, though, man. And anytime you want me to come in, you know where to find me. So when you come into my live stream, come in there. Make sure to wipe your feet when you come in.
No doubt.
All right, Drew, give us your last, man.
Yes, sir. Good. Follow me at Drew Titan on Instagram. I'm on Facebook, but I'm only on Facebook talking shit. On Instagram, I'm workout videos and boxing and some music or whatever. But I'm rooting for Ruiz, but now I think he's gonna get his head punched off. Whatever. Shout out to the LDBC, Bomb Squad all day, man down all day. Still got love for Bud, but he need to talk a little more. And that's it. We up out of here. Thank you, Act, for having me on. One love. Until next stream, family.
Yes, sir. Yeah, shout out to the bros, man, for coming on, man.
I hope you're ready. I hope you're hungry.
Yeah, man. And yeah, I just want to shout out the LDBC and my boys, the Full Berserkers, man. It's your boy Act Reacher. I never steer you wrong, and I'm out.
Peace.